Hello again, everybody. I'm back with another excellent Green Earth mission. This is one of the ones that I always look forward to most when I begin this campaign, and one of the ones that I think of most when I think of this game in general. In fact, I think of Jess's music just being the music for this chapter. I associate them so closely. This is the only interaction I can think of between Hawk and Flack in the story, although we're told that Hawk promoted Flack and therefore it's Hawk's fault that the idiot is in charge. That's not really followed up on, though. We see here, as before, throughout this campaign, that Hawk is mostly worried about Green Earth's Air Force. It's kind of a recurring pattern, which makes sense because Eagle, of course, is by far the most dangerous Green Earth CO. Hawk is ruthless there. And I guess Flack's motive here is they want Hawk to cancel this attack and then go reinforce Flack instead or something like that. Lash is just here, I guess. Doesn't seem to actually have anything to do with the mission. Alright, it's going to be a tough chapter, at least a tough chapter to get 0 casualties on. One of the hardest for that, since it's a very, very even match, as you'll see here. Eagle seems to be the overall commander of Green Earth, with the others mostly taking orders from him. Although here, Jess will just kind of defy him, do whatever she wants. Letting off steam like the Volcano. So the map is basically mirrored. I've got 6 properties in the southwest, Hawk has 6 properties in the northeast. He has 4 bases to my 3, so slight advantage for him there. And then we have the Volcano in the middle, basically impassable. And it hits certain tiles across the map with lava, doing 5 damage to any soldier there. Notably, this happens after repairs, so you don't get healed up to 7 if you get hit by a volcano while you're on a city or something like that. They call what the volcano hits a pattern, but I think that's too strong a word. It hits certain tiles every even numbered day and certain tiles every odd numbered days, but which tiles are just scattered across the map with no real pattern to them. Alright, going for the captures here. This northeast factory has the best capture routes, always build an infantry there. And an APC down here. The reason for that is that I really want to get to the southeast corner, where there's 2 bases. I also want to get to this northwest corner, but Hawk basically never races to the northwest corner, he always races to the southeast one. It's almost impossible to get there before Hawk, but if he makes a mistake, my strategy here can stop him from getting one of those bases, which makes it way easier to roll over him fast. But I have a short path to the north corner, he has a short path to the south corner, so he generally will get there first, no matter what you do. He always gets pancaked over there, which slows him down a lot in the north and gives you a big advantage there. I will drop off that guy, and I guess just drop off over there. Walk that way, you get a fast capture route to that factory if you do that. Yeah, I'll send that guy there. Okay. Then I need to get 2 tanks out as fast as possible. More would be better, because Hawk, if you're unlucky, will reinforce the southern front really fast with tanks. Too fast to stop him, really, but if you get 2 tanks out there, you can usually win anyway. What we were hoping for is that he sends some of his forces to the west instead of concentrating everything in the south. If he diverts any resources to the west, my strategy will crush him. If he concentrates all his forces in the south and is really smart with his movements, there is no way to stop him from getting that factory. It's completely impossible. In which case I'll still win, of course, but more slowly. It's almost certain that he won't play optimally like that. He almost always diverts people to the west or makes some other kind of mistake. Okay. So, I'm now 2 turns starting to capture that factory, so that's good for me. I think I'll walk this infantry this way, and build another tank. Hawk tanks are just as good as Jess tanks, and Hawk's other units are better, basically. So, he has a big advantage in this mission, even before his superpower comes out. My goal really is to win so fast that they can't even get his superpower, but we'll see how well it works. You know, even Hawk's music is, I think, the most sinister in series of the Black Hole CO themes, with some kind of sound that runs through a siren 10 seconds in. Oh good, he did drive west. That's very helpful to me. Of course, it means the troops in the northwest need to watch out, but they have a longer lead time to build up. If he gets super aggressive and drives the tank south, what you need to do is station your APC at this spot to block it. Give yourself a tank to bring it, turn to bring up your tanks while you capture that base there, shoot up him with 2 tanks to his 1 tank, and then you're set. I'll still bring my 2 tanks along there to disrupt him capturing the factory, of course. But now I can relax a little bit, maybe build up some infantry instead. They'll be useful for little fights in the southeast and whatnot, and doing more captures there. Oh, I better not stand there, actually. That spot gets hit by the Volcano. The Volcano only has a medium impact on this map, really. It won't interfere with too many important fights. Maybe the most notable thing about it is that it prevents you from putting an artillery on your side of the river near the southern factory to just prevent Hawk from capturing it that way. Interesting. He's really going hard for the west this time. Well, that's good for me. If he's really smart with that artillery, and doesn't put it there to get panicked but drives it south, he can guard the factory so fast that you can't possibly stop him from just completing that capture. But you can at least stop him getting useful things off of it if you play well, which is still something. Unless, again, he plays even better than that, and then it's totally hopeless and you can't stop him getting to the factory. Alright, so I think from here I want to save my money. Yeah, I'll drop off over there. Save my money for a Neotank. Several, ideally. I want them because they can instant kill Hawk's units pretty well. But I will need a tank up here in the north, too. So, we'll see. It'll be kind of like a strong side, weak side dynamic, like in my Advanced Wars by Web videos. I want to invest the minimum resources to hold the north side while fighting in the south. Okay, so he's going for that base. I can't let him have it. His anti-air will not be much use against my tanks in the south, so I'm happy he moved like that. And he's being very cautious and defensive here, so that's interesting. You know, on some maps you want the enemy to be defensive, on some maps you want them to be aggressive. This is one where I want them to be defensive, so this is good for me. Okay, so I'll go for those captures. Now, I've got... Cool, I can build a tank here and still afford a Neotank next turn, so I'll go ahead and do that. Work on those captures. Do not stand here, the Volcano hits that tile. Alright, I can go ahead and interrupt him there. Pretty good. This is mine. So next turn I should have plenty. I'll save my money though so I can get out even more Neotanks faster. Just instant kill more of his guys and begin my push. Okay, we captured that thing, and start advancing to do more captures over here. So, I think I'm going to go for... I could go for his anti-air. I don't think I'm going to do so, though. I think for now I'll just go for his infantry if they're capturing things. The anti-air will stay sitting tight, and I can just kill it off with a Neotank next turn if I need to. Although I could just stand there and just shoot it. But just his infantry is so superior to mine, I don't really want to deal with that. I'd rather just shoot this one, I think, instead of having my infantry get slaughtered. Alright, Neotanks. So, let us see what the best opportunities are next turn. So it goes for another capture there, not really surprising. Recon comes in full speed ahead, that is surprising. I don't think he even covered it with his tank, did he? If he covered it with his tank, it would be okay. He did not cover it with his tank. Okay, so this is my chance. I'll go ahead and shoot him. Should either instant kill him or just cripple him so much he can't stop my infantry anymore. Great. Now I can go for those captures unimpeded. Not much else to do over here, really. I don't have much of an incentive to fight him on this front. This is the best turn to go ahead and capture that city. I'll complete it next turn, then get Volcanoed after that, but it's still okay for me, basically. What is the best move here? If I could guarantee that this would be a kill, I'd probably want to go for it like this, I think. I'm going to try it at least, we'll see. Great, it worked. So, I think I want to... I hope I don't take scratch damage here, we'll see. Yep, no scratch damage, that's good for me. And then... maybe what I will do is have the Neotank blast that. It doesn't let me first strike, I knew it wouldn't. But what I'm thinking is that he might just keep the infantry standing there or something like that, unable to move forward, which would keep me safe here. Otherwise he gets a first strike on my tank, which is not great, but, you know, we'll see. So I'll get 30,000 next turn, so I can build myself a tank this turn and still afford a Neo. I will go ahead and do that. Alright, what will Hawk do with that infantry? Will he stand it still? Nice. Okay, so I successfully predicted how he would react, and he wasted his chance. Cool. Well, in that case, I can complete that capture before I get Volcanoed. And then I want to start this capture this turn if I can. While wiping out all his infantry and everything else that he has on this front. And taking a shot at his artillery too, of course. Nope, he's not covered by anything useful, so his artillery takes a beating. How close is he getting to his CO power? Not that close yet. Hasn't been that much real fighting, I suppose. So he should go back into repair mode at this point, I think. If I go for the capture, I will get hit by the artillery, but I'll still be able to complete it, so that's okay, I think. And I'll just start taking his cities right out from under him while his infantry tries to limp away. I don't think I'll... yeah, I guess I'll unload, but it doesn't matter too much. I want this APC to then help me get up to his HQ and capture that. Over here, I have no incentive to advance. In fact, I probably want him to come for me, so I'll back up a little bit. Hopefully he'll walk over this way and therefore be out of position to defend his base from the real attack that'll come up from the south. We'll see if he falls for it. Now, are either of the squares next to his tank ones that get hit? I don't think so. I think I'm good. Infantry there gets hit, but that's expected. So I can first strike him here. It won't be pretty because he's Hawk and I'm on a road, but it's still the best thing I can do, I think. As I mentioned, you don't get healed up after the volcano hits because the volcano hits after supplies happen rather than before. Continue that capture. Cool. Full steam ahead. I think I can leave his artillery there and it'll just keep shooting at that infantry, which could be beneficial to me. Just have it accounted for and have him not be building a new one. I'm not sure. Maybe I wanted to build a new one, because the new one would probably be built where it's vulnerable to my Neotank driving in and just shooting it on the factory. So yeah, I'll take it out. Looks like this is the furthest that I can advance over here safely. Safely for tanks, that is. The Neotank doesn't care. And save money for more Neotanks. Okay, I guess I'll lose a little bit of money there doing repairs, but that's okay. My EPC is unusually healthy this one. I usually had to use it to tank something by this time, but it's working out for me. He's blocking one of his own bases there, although it doesn't really matter much, to be honest, because he has so many bases. But I guess it's the start. It's worth something. Okay, I will stand back, and I'll just shoot down that tank with this one, and get healed up before his anti-air gets here.
How is his CO power gauge looking? I don't want him to get a black wave and spoil my capture out of his HQ or something like that. I want him to build toward a black storm but never quite get there before I win. Sometimes there's no avoiding a black wave though, just kind of depends on what units you need to attack. It's pretty common to get into a situation where if you attack something you can clear a space to drop off your infantry, but then he'll black wave you and slow you down. Or if you don't attack, you can't clear a safe space anyway, so you still need to delay a turn no matter what. Just depends on his formation and what he chooses to build and when. It's important to remember that whereas most COs, if they get their CO power in the middle of the turn, won't use it, Hawk is a rare exception who will. So make sure he's not able to get himself a CO power and activate it.
So the question now is, can I take out his mech states without pushing him over the edge? I'm not sure. I'm gonna try it. If I'm lucky, he'll block this base too, and just stand there and heal that guy up. Nope, I've given him his CO power. That is bad. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to have to delay a turn winning, basically. Because I can't drop my infantry off, or it'll just get shredded by his CO power, and that's no good. Well, at least he's down to only one productive base at this point. That's something for me. Don't want to spend any money on repairs, so I'll walk off with that, I think. I hope none of the squares are Volcano ones. I guess I don't know much about the pattern in his base. We'll see. Alright, so he gets his black wave. It hurts. Slows me down a little. It really is an obnoxious CO power to face during these often very grand and epic battles as Green Earth. We tend to have very big armies running around. So, the designers made a good but annoying choice, I think. Well, can I get my CO power this turn? This fight's not really relevant, so I'll probably do that just to build up more gauge. In fact, I might even do it from this road just to build up even more gauge, to guarantee they get my CO power or something like that. Maybe I took a tank damage. Did that help me? There we go. I think that'll probably do it. Hawk sure is a formidable opponent. You really feel the power of his CO, as you play through this campaign. Unlike fighting against Adder or Flak or something like that. Or even Lash. Lash was decent, but not so strong that it was really painful to deal with her sometimes.
In the previous campaigns, the pattern was for the enemy to have a stronger army, but you to have a better CO or just better bases or things like that. Now you often have an equal army, but the enemy has a stronger CO. Quite a different feeling.
Okay. Another Neotank. I think the game will be done before it really gets to do much. You can win by route, by the way, but I find that to generally not be as viable. It's faster to just go for the HQ capture like this. You don't need to fight his whole other group of troops over there. So cleared off his HQ. I wonder if that guy will stay repairing. Probably. I'll risk it. It's okay either way, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I just thought of something. Am I in the spot that gets hit near that city where I fought? One town there that gets hit by the volcano. If my tank gets hit, it might be in some trouble, because then I can't fight the anti-air anymore. Okay, didn't stay in repair mode, so no luck there. I did get hit. Okay. Luckily just an infantry, not the tank, so that's okay. Okay, I'll pull back there, capture this thing. Take anything there that could cause issues. And with this mech ruined, this is now Hawk's final turn.
There we go. A turn 15 win, with 7 turns to spare, 0 casualties, and I overkilled the power score by a big margin too. How about that? I have sometimes won about a turn faster if things go really well, but this is still quite good.
Ah, that's nice.
Eagle is right, of course. Not being terrible is basically the best thing that Jess can hope to do.
Mission complete.
Another cool, unique background picture. I think the volcano had some untapped potential if it had maybe the squares that were hit by it be more strategically important squares in general. But, still, a fun mission and a memorable mission. And a nice twist on what is otherwise a satisfying and well-balanced, one-on-one, fairly straightforward fight.
Alright. So, 2 more Green Earth missions and then the factory level. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.